for the final race here at the weekend at Ballingarry. Off and racing. This is Division 2 of the 7 and upwards Maiden, the John Foy Memorial. And bounding out into the early lead there is Farrington's Hill. Ben Harvey on this one. His brother got touched off in the photo finish in the previous division. So Farrington's Hill on the way to the first fence with Lochgar in JP McManus, so it's not too far away there in second place. All over number 1 in a fashion. So down they go to move out of the home straight and into this bend. Farrington's Hill by 5 lengths from Lochgar in second. In third, racing a little freely, is Cry of the Dreamer. And then we've got Worth Presenting, in turn followed then by Knighthood. Next up in the field, in about 6th, 7th on the inside then, is Glen Kira. And then we have got Precious Bounty in midfield there for Jerry Spain. On that one's outside is Spare Wheel. Owen Mann aboard this one came out on top in that photo finish in our previous race. Also racing there towards midfield is 1916. Towards the back end of the field, a bit slow at that fence, was the Colombo trained horse Laudato Si. And also towards the rear with him is Woodfield Symphony, and the one who is in last place as they continue down the back straight is Books Closed. We've no books open this weekend with no bookmakers, but perhaps when we return in the autumn we might have a crowd and bookmakers, hopefully. Meanwhile, this field head towards the end of the first mile in this 7 and upwards Maiden, and Farrington's Hill leads by some 2-3 lengths. From in second place is Worth Presenting. Third position is Cry of the Dreamer, and then Lochgar. After Lochgar then Precious Bounties improved a few places, in turn followed by Spare Wheel. And then you got 1916 ahead of Knighthood and Glen Kira, followed by Woodfield Supreme. Still towards the back end of the field are both Laudita C, and the one who is in last place is Books Closed. All over the next one safely, so 5 down, 10 more to jump, and Farrington's Hill leads from 3 in line for the second spot. They are Cry of the Dreamer in the centre, flanked either side by Worth Presenting and Lochgar. Over the next one they go. Again, all over it safely. So about a mile and a quarter covered, and 6 fences negotiated. Farrington's Hill for the Paddy Quinlan yard is in the lead here by 2-3 lengths. Cry of the Dreamer is in second. Lochgar, looking to give Enda Bulger's team a double on the day, is in third place. Then Worth Presenting, the Cork Raider from Donica Duggins, is in 4th, 5th. And 6 places then are Precious Bounty in 1916, and then Spare Wheel. Glen Kira's after these, and then Woodfield Symphony in the orange sleeves is alongside Knighthood. And still at the back end of the field are Laudato Si and still tail end Charlie at the moment. Books Closed. Halfway point, and for most of the journey Farrington's Hill has been allowed to do his own thing in front, unpestered, leads by 2-3 lengths from Lochgar as they take the next one. Worth Presenting still not far away off the pace in a share of second. 4th place Precious Bounty, and then 1916 followed by Spare Wheel. So the field enter the final mile and a quarter. They've got 6 more fences to jump in this concluding race of the Ballingarry weekend of point-to-pointing, and Farrington's Hill still pulls along with a 2-3 length advantage. Plenty fighting out for the second spot at the minute. Worth Presenting, Lochgar, and after these, not too far away on the outside is 1916, one who's about to call it a day and pull up before the next fence is Knighthood, and another one who's dropped through the field is Cry of the Dreamer. But with a circuit to race, Knighthood has been pulled up, but Farrington's Hill by 2-3 lengths to Lochgar, then Worth Presenting, Precious Bounty, 1916 and Spare Wheel. The chestnut making some ground from the back of the field is Woodfield Symphony, and then fading through the field is Cry of the Dreamer. And then Laudate C has never really got into it, and Glencairn is struggling and tailed off. His book's closed. 4 to jump, and Farrington's Hill continues to control the tempo here in front. Is 2.5 in front. Precious Bounty's gone into second, with in third place Worth Presenting on the outside of Lochgar. 1916 has a shot, as does Spare Wheel, and this group of 6 are just ahead of Woodfield Symphony, who's easing into contention with every stride, has his shot at this, the last of the 7 in the picture, over the 4th fence, and Farrington's Hill is in front. Worth Presenting driven up by Derek O'Connor. Widest of all is 1916, who comes there with his chance. Spare Wheel sits on the tails of the leaders in 4th, a few lengths to Precious Bounty. Woodfield Symphony and Lochgar won't be winning. They come now to the second last fence, and 1916 in the lead as he comes down to it, going on from Farrington's Hill. 1916 from Farrington's Hill. After these in third place is Spare Wheel, then Worth Presenting and Woodfield Symphony, and they're away from back in 6th place. Weakening out of it is Precious Bounty, but it's TD Gagan. He kicks for home. He's in the lead with a huge advantage now in 1916. He's put on the afterburner, drawn a 15-20 lengths advantage. Woodfield Symphony goes past the others into second. Spare Wheel is in third place, then Worth Presenting, and the long-time leader back to 5th, Farrington's Hill, but 1916 is in total control. His job is to jump the final fence, and if he does so, he'll be top of the podium, but he comes down to the last as 1916 at this final fence. Up and over it safely he goes, and an emphatic victory. 1916 records the final win of the weekend at Ballingarry, winning by 20 lengths or so. Second home was Woodfield Symphony. Third went the way of Spare Wheel. Then comes Worth Presenting, and also completing 5th and 6th respectively were Precious Bounty and Farrington's Hill. Just remind you, if you want a DVD or a copy of any of today's races, you can get it from Declan Barrett, adjacent to the winning post.